Hey guys, I'm John Cannon and I'm the owner of NV Property Solutions LLC. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about what do you do with your expired listing in the Reno area. So, that's a good question that a lot of people have asked, and they really don't know what else they can do with their expired listing. So, I'm not a realtor. So, if you are looking for a realtor, I can definitely recommend you a really good one or a couple in the Reno area and help you do whatever you need to do. But anyway, so like I said, I wanted to talk to you about what you can do with your expired listing. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. And make sure if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, and that way you can get all these good. I wouldn't say really good videos. Just mostly me talking about what you can and can't do. But anyway, if you want, just so you know, have more information, just go ahead and subscribe, and get all the latest content that I put up. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into this video on how you can, or what you could do with your expired listing. So the number one thing is obviously you can list it again. Obviously, if the market is starting to heat up because it was slowed down, that's why your listing expired. It might sell now, or if the market was hot when you listed and it just kind of cooled off because of the market shifted, like it did earlier this year. It was supposed to kick up right at the springtime, but unfortunately because of the coronavirus, everything kind of tanked a little bit, and some houses were still sold in the area. Some sold above listing price, some sold below listing price. So it was just it was hit and miss. Some houses would sell like hotcakes and others wouldn't, even though it was basically the same house. Um, so maybe now might be a better time to list it, or relist it if it expired. So just keep that in mind. If you're gonna relist it, talk with your agent, or even talk with a different agent, and that way you can get a better idea of what you can list it for now that the market may have stabilized, or possibly goes back down. Maybe it will go back down because they just announced uh, some of the businesses like bars and stuff like that are going back into the phase one type of uh, lockdown, and maybe other things will start to follow along too, and then maybe it might not be the time to relist, but again, talk with your agent and see what they have to say. um, so then the second thing is what you can do is when your listing is expired is just rent it out. If you have a mortgage on it, obviously you want to have at least your mortgage paid for, so you don't have to pay for it out of your pocket. Unless you absolutely want to do that, then by all means. Or if, say, you're living in the house right now, or in that house that you're trying to sell, obviously you probably can't rent it, but you might be able to. Is if, say, uh, your house that you just bought and it wasn't contingent upon your other house selling, you might be able to rent it out, rent out your old house. So that way it might generate a little bit of income for you, or at least pay off the other mortgage while you're still waiting on the house to sell. The third thing is you can try owner financing, which is owner will carry, or OWC is in the real estate world. But what that does is basically, if someone is credit challenged or whatever, they can, and if they have a higher down payment, they can obviously go in and basically you act as the bank. So that might be a good option. It's basically like renting almost, except you don't have to worry about any of the damage or anything like that. The only thing that sucks is if they don't pay, then obviously you have to foreclose on them, which is not as well. It is kind of bad as far as an eviction process, but with a foreclosure, it's just a little bit longer. Instead of, I think it's for an eviction, I think 30 days, but with foreclosure, it's anywhere between. If I'm wrong, please comment below. Um, it's usually about 60 days, give or take, before everything's finalized. So that's the only thing that kind of sucks if they don't pay. So you might be out, 3 months worth of income, and before you can even finally foreclose. And of course, I would recommend reaching out to a real estate attorney if that ever happens. That way you can um, recoup some of your money. But also, if you do decide to go with owner financing and say that's an option for you, I would highly recommend using a title company to close and to secure the transaction, so that way you don't get completely screwed out of any money and all that. Um, the fourth thing what you could do is you could sell it directly to a cash home buyer right here in the Reno area, such as my company, NV Property Solutions, or any other investor that's in the area. Um, this allows for you to sell it quickly. It's going to be a cash offer, so it's not going to be as high as, say, with a listing with a realtor. But with going with an investor, is it's going to close. Assuming you guys agree on the asking price or the price of it, it's going to close quickly, and more often than not, you're probably not going to have much, if anything, out of your pocket as far as expenses. The only thing you might have to pay might be a notary fee or something like that. But say if you went with my company, NV Property Solutions, you wouldn't pay any closing costs or anything like that. So I can't really guarantee that you get the exact amount that we agreed on. There might be a couple small fees that you might have to pay, but more often than not, I usually try and make sure you guys don't have to pay anything. But again, I'm not a realtor, so I'm not going to charge you any commissions or fees or anything like that. And of course, the last thing you can do is, say if you don't want to sell it to an investor or do any of the other four things I mentioned, you can just sit on it and wait. And I mean, if it's not costing you any money, that might be a good option for you. So if that is a good idea for you, I would definitely take advantage of that, because maybe the market might come up, but it might also go down. So you just want to keep watching what the market's doing, watching for fluctuation to see if it might be a good time to sell now, or sit on it, wait and sell, 6 to 8 months down the road. Who knows? Like I said, maybe the market might go up, might go down, or maybe just might be completely done with it and just say the heck with it, I don't want it anymore, and then list it anyway and just sit on and wait. But anyway, other than that, I hope that gives you guys some ideas of what you can do with your expired listing right here in the Reno area. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me anytime. My phone number is 775-391-5236, or you can jump on my website at nvpropertysolutions.com and fill out a form there, or even contact me there on my website and ask any questions and see which option is best for you. Anyway, other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you later.